Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are doing a gameplay, 4 games, I think under an hour, super fast cEDH games. We have Rebel playing hand in hand Tymna Arden stacks, equipment stacks, also 1 game of Tastiker tempo. Kazu is gonna be playing BlueFarm, super shitty deck, super overrated, never won a tournament. Who even cares about Tymna Crom? What a bad deck. Whatever, super overrated. You can stop it so easily with like a rule of law. Then we have Twice playing Kenrith. I think it's just like combos that's good against stacks. And also, I think Kenrith Midrange, I guess. And TNT Hermit Druid, the one he played in the Nexus League. So we have that. And lastly, we have Sammy returning to the channel with a Prosper list. Let's see how the games go. Let's go to game 1 right now. Hello everyone, here is game 1. Just getting started here. Rebel playing hand in hand, Kazu on BlueFarm. Shit deck. Twice is on Kenrith, and then Sammy's on Prosper. And here's a turn 1 fetch for a scrubland, probably into an Imperial Seal. I wonder what you would get with this Imperial Seal. I imagine it's probably a mana crypt. That's always, oh my god, what is Kazu doing over there? Kazu has Diamond, Crypt, Signet, Command Tower, turn 1, and also a Wheel of Fortune. Oh, that's gross. That's super gross. Well, if Rebel looked for a mana crypt, that would be a fine thing to find right now. Twice revealing his hand that he kept. It was Birds, Soul Ring, Land, and a D-Tutor. Sammy had a Culling and a bunch of other things I couldn't catch, and Rebel had Sin Collector. I think that's always watching, a Thalia, and a Raydane. So I think looking to probably play that Thalia turn 2 with also like a Raydane followed up. That's 4 mana probably, yeah. So seemed like a pretty good hand. Pretty disruptive. I don't know if that would have been able to stop Kazu, but not bad, not bad. So everyone's drawing their 7, and here's a LED, and that's a pass. Twice drawing a card. What now? I think Kazu's looking pretty good. Kazu's looking pretty good right now. Here's a land and a pass. Wow. Wow. Don't think that's what you want to see, and that's another land pass. Alright, let's see what Rebel got off of that T2. Let's see if it's a mana crypt. Pretty sure it is, because maybe I played that game. A little bit of thinkies here. I think here's a mana crypt. I think this turn's pretty critical. Kazu's basically set up right now and has all the mana in the world. There's a crypt, Signet, Diamond, land. There's another fetch land for a Godless Shrine from Rebel. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana for the add Naus with LED array set up. You could find Breach, like D-Tutor for... He right D-Tutored, I think. No, that was something else. But he could D2 for Breach. I don't know, looking pretty good right now, so probably thinking through your options on how to disrupt this board. I think a Rule of Law obviously would be good. But let's see, here's 3 mana. Here's 3 mana. Oh, a Waste Knot. Interesting. Waste Knot. So, Waste Knot's interesting here because the LED and also potentially... Oh, here's a Thoughtseize. Look at the combo. The synergy. You play the Waste Knot, then rip a card, probably the add Naus or whatever useful, then draw a card. Here's a Rain of Filth, Silence, Gamble, and then 3 lands. Oh, so not that threatening. So you take the gamble. Yep, Rebel draws a card. And I think we survive. We survive another cycle unless if Kazu hits like the best top deck in the world. Colorless floating. I think that's it. Moving over to Kazu. Kazu rolling for crypt. And safe. Oh, not safe. Kazu draws a card. Revealing their hand. They have 5 mana LED. So let's see what he does with it. We know he has a Silence, or no, Rain of Filth. So yeah, so let's see what he wants to do. He plays a land, of course, so putting up to 6 mana, potentially 9 mana. If he really wants to, he could just Tymna Crom right now. That would be a pretty good spot, actually, to just draw all the cards. And you can start drawing with Crom, start pressuring someone with Crom, and also that Tymna helping you draw. So that's actually not bad. There's a little worry that maybe maybe Sammy might have like a red blast to stop the Crom, but you just use your mana for it first. Yeah. Maybe Twice has a counter spell, a Force of Will, but I don't think he's gonna force at this point. Okay, so here's Tymna first. Tymna first, floating a colorless. Oh, and also a Mox Amber. Missed that. Cracking LED. Tapping all the mana, floating some mana, I believe, the LED. And then playing the Crom. Then what's next? Crom's going in, probably either Rebel or Twice. I don't know, maybe Prosper here too. He plays Adnos. But going after the Stax player makes sense. And then what's that? Is that a Wish Claw? I think that's a Wish Claw. Yeah, that's a Wish Claw talisman. Moving over to Twice's turn. So that's why I think some of you might be wondering why Kazu didn't play the Silence if he was thinking about it. That's because he's anticipating for the draw. The 2 mana might have been another tutor, might have been something useful. Sometimes you want to leave extra mana open. You might draw more interaction during the cycle with your Crom. So it's always good to kind of leave some mana open for that. You never know what you'll draw. Yes. Alright, Twice, what do you want to do here? Taking the 2 damage for the Watery Grave. Cracking the Tarn? Wait, did we miss something here? Oh, he did. He played Delta to crack to the Tarn. He used the Delta for the Tarn, then it's cracking the... No. Okay, get your facts straight. Delta for the Grave, and cracking Tarn for... What's here? Taiga? Do you want other colors? Do you want more blue? Maybe he's just going to manually assemble Oracle Console? But this is pretty scary now. Kazu is demonstrating he definitely has... What is that? I think... that's Tundra? I can't really see. Oh, Badlands. I think it's probably Badlands. Anyways, he gets another land. So Kazu demonstrates he has Adnos, or even PW. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he has Adnos at least. Oh, here's a Dark Wit for Savine's Ritual. Oh no. I like this play, but also this is bad times. Savine's Wreck for the land. That's the sign of desperation. That's what you get for being a spiteful person. Yes. Savine's for the Delta. Respectable play. Sometimes you gotta do it. Alright, Sammy, Oh, also feeding Kazu a card there. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta catch up. You're too far behind now. Kazu's is taking it away. Rebel might have the right Stax piece, but might not. So, gotta play to your outs. Here's Sammy with Graven Cairns, I believe. Filter land. Rebel's counting for something. Who knows what they're counting for? Sammy, wheel. Wheel. Do it. Do it. Do it, Sammy. Wheel. Sammy's also taking a moment to think on this one. I think everyone's like, we're gonna die here. The Wish Claw is definitely gonna get Kazu the win. Even if Kazu gets like Breach at this point, I don't think the waste not matters. 2 mana. 2 mana floating. Don't know what combination, but we know 2 mana. It's either red, red, black, black, or red, black. Alright, Sammy, show us. Oh, that's a writ. Okay, Dark Ritual. This might just be a prosper. Alright, Sammy. Show us the wheel. Wheel us, let's go. I would wheel. Oh, that's a Havoc Devil? Or whatever it's called. The guy, whenever someone sacks a thingy, a permanent, you deal a damage. Mayhem Devil, that's what it is. Mayhem Devil. So it could be useful. Rebel rolling for crypt, losing it. Shame, what a shame. Okay, what now? Here's the crucial turn. 4 mana to play with. Is there gonna be 5 mana? Let's see. Having some big thinkies here. This is classic stacks. Picking your options, probably finding what to stop Kazu here. Really, this is what do you go for? I think a rip might be good. Rest in peace. Exile everything. But that lets Kazu just pivot. So I think you need a Null Rod. A Null Rod would be great right now. Collector Oof. You can't play Oof in that deck, but Null Rod would be good. Rebel keeps looking in the graveyard, I think. So there's some sort of graveyard tricks here. You could get, if there was a reanimate, you can get back to Thalia. Thalia would disrupt things a little bit. Yeah, Thalia would disrupt things a little bit if Kazu tries to go for Naus here. All his mana rocks cost 1 extra, makes it a little harder to win. So that's, oh, here's 3 manas. Reanimate, floating 1. What do you get? Interesting. What is the target? There's Sin Collector, which is not very good right now. And Raydane. Oh, Raydane's the target. Raydane. So Raydane is here to stop the Naus Peta, but also I think there's a reason why you would pick Raydane over Thalia, and I will share my insider knowledge now using my AI powers. Rebel currently has a Sword of Truth and Justice in hand. Truth and Justice? Yeah. So, if the game does go longer, Kazu will kill her with Crom. So, Raydane is a Vigilance beater with Sword of Truth and Justice, meaning that Raydane can get bigger, but also this turn buy us potentially an extra cycle by disrupting the Naus, or slowing down the Naus. I don't know, will he slow down the Naus? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap him out. He'll tap him out because overall it'll cost 8, including the Wishclaw fetch. So, yeah, that is then in the Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic getting something else. I think not hitting that 5th land was pretty crucial. Here's Argentum Armor. Alright, so playing for if the game goes a little longer. With Arden, you snap the Argentum Armor on and then start breaking pieces. But not a great spot. This is not the best setup to stop Kazu right now. We really need the oof. We really need a Rule of Law effect. Maybe. And here's Crom going for combat here, and also Tymna. Rebel not blocking with the Raydane this turn, because we know that Raydane's gonna be a super blocker if we survive. Also, I think Kazu took the mana crypt, didn't catch it. Here's a Opal. Here's the Opal. So if he wants to, he can add Naus immediately. If he add Naus, his mana sources is kind of tight though, because he already has Opal, Crypt, Diamond out. And also the Amber, meaning that he would only have Chromox Simian Spirit Guide. And what else? He already also spent the LED. So the mana's kind of tight. So I think at this point, here's a Wishclaw Talisman. Wishclaw, I know, is passing over twice, which is even worse. Even worse. That's never. If they're passing off to like the next person, you know that you're definitely dead. Definitely dead. So we'll see what happens. Maybe Twice has Force of Will or something. Maybe he plays Interaction. Here's a DT. Op Agent would have been a great stacks piece right now too. Stop the Wishclaw. DT. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. 5 mana available. Oh, Grand Abolisher. Alright, playing it safe. With 3 mana left, I wonder what we're gonna do with the 3 mana. Well, the Amber taps for white-black. That rock over there, or land, I can't tell. Looks like it taps for blue, and Command Tower taps for everything. And there's a Thoracle, and show us the console. Everyone's already, Twice is already scooping. Or Twice already scooping. There's an Archon. Should have played the Archon. Actually, it didn't matter. We talked about this. Kazu would just Wishclaw for removal and get rid of the Archon. That was game 1. Here's game 2. Let's see if BlueFarm can do it again. We already have 2 pre-games, one from Twice and one from Kazu. Have 4 cards in hand. 4. Wow. Okay. Sammy starting off with Luxury Suite, Rakdos, untapped land. Here is a Diamond. Diamond pitching a land. Now Twice has 3 whole mana. Maybe he can interact or something this time. Ancient Tomb from Rebel into Arcane Signet. Pass. And then Kazu has a oh god. Oh god. End step Consult. And he knows, oh wow, he put the Thoracle on the bottom. Okay, let's see if Twice playing TNT Hermit Druid can stop this turn 2. Turn 1 Thoracle. Sammy, where's your Red Blast? Sammy, show us the Red Blast. No one has anything. Everyone's scooping up. That's game 2. Alright, game 3. There's game 3 is started a little bit already. Rebel, Deafening Silence going first. This will definitely impact the game a little bit. Twice has a Monkey. Sammy plays his. He's thinking about what land he wants with the Mox Diamond, what land to keep with a Goblin Welder. Sammy does play a Citadel on the deck, so that's the Welder is going to be important. Maybe he can entomb a Citadel and swap the Mox Diamond. Kazu starting off with another Gemstone Caverns, and then here's a Lotus Petal and pass. Very, very reasonable start this time. Here's a Urborg tapping 2 manas, taking a damage. What are we going to play here? Here's a Blind Obedience. Blind Obedience is pretty good in this pod right now, just to disrupt the treasures for a cycle, make it a little difficult, so Twice can't use the monkey treasures immediately. Same thing for like any dock sides, you will have to wait a cycle, so sometimes that matters. Sometimes buying yourself the extra cycle to keep putting down more stacks pieces is pretty important. Here is Ragavan going at Kazu, exiling his own monkey. Nope, let's not make that joke. Exiling the monkey, for some reason not playing it. And then Twice thinking about what to do. I think at this point he's like, that Blind Obedience is pretty annoying. Also, fun fact for everyone, just in case, I know most people know this, but just in case you thought you can play a Gemstone Caverns without pitching a card to make it come in as a colorless free land. No, you can't do that. You always have to exile a card and always put a luck counter on it. if you do that effect, that pre-game effect. So, a fun little fact. If somehow you own an LGS and decide to think that is legal, then you can't. I believe that is a Wish Claw Talisman? I can't really tell, it's very dark. Twice, also back on Kenrith for this game. Just good to know. Different deck now. Back to the first deck. Got stomped too fast in game 2, now back on Kenrith game 3. Here's a DRC. DRC is a great card. All formats. I love DRC. I would play DRC in anything. And then here's 2 manas. 2 manas. And tapping DRC. Oh, DRC because of Blind Obedience. Here is a D-Tutor. Oh, and getting rocked by that opposition agent. Gross. So now we're gonna have to resolve Op Agent, which will take a little bit of time. I wonder what you grab here. You can grab a Breach. Pretty sure Sammy's on Breach. You can grab... What do you want? What would Kazu want? Well, he's doing the Surveil trigger right now, so Chromox is pitched into the graveyard. You could probably take Sammy's Naus if he's on Naus, but Naus seems less good right now and deafening with under deafening silence. Sammy definitely doesn't have. He might have removal. He might have the feed the swarm or whatever the black removal is for enchantments. You can get a consult if he's on consult for some reason, or Tainted Pact. What else could you get? You could also just get like a Mana Crypt. Get more lands, or play the Mana Crypt, play Tymna, go for the beats, draw cards. This Urborg, pretty useful now for the whole table. Letting everyone use their fetch lands under the Op Agent for tapping for black. Orzhov Group Hug, Tymna Arden. There we go. I think now Sammy is revealing his hand. And Kazu probably looked at the list online and know what he wanted to get. So what is the card? What is the card? Right now, I believe we are doing dockside count. Asking for docksides. Dockside count currently is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A reasonable 5. Sammy also has 2 cards in hand. Rebel has 1. Here we go, we're fetching the card now. And it's a Tainted Pact. It's a Tainted Pact. Important to note, Tainted Pact and Thoracle still works under a Deafening Silence, so Deafening Silence does not stop that combo. So, something to keep in mind. Maybe Twice can pay attention to that and hold some interaction or something. Who knows? That might not be a deck interaction. Here is Spire of Industry, tap Jewel Lotus. Ha, get him. Get him. Can't play your Crom now. But that's fine, because your other commander is perfectly good too. Here's the Tymna, going for beats. Beats at Rebel, right? That's the only open per. No, you can go after Twice too. And Tymna's tapped. Yeah, Rebel took 3. 2. 3. Should be 3. Yeah, you remembered. Kazu draws a card. So the Blind Obedience, somewhat important here because it makes it easier to attack Kazu. That's kind of the idea in the Tymna Arden deck, is getting easier attacks or stopping players from being able to drop blockers to chump your stuff. Also stopping the treasures and mana vault and artifacts. Very useful. Very useful. Taking a damage from City of Brass, Rebel's own Tymna. And a pass. That Wish Claw not looking so good now under the Op Agent. Monkey going in. Ragavan's so good. Ragavan going in, probably at Kazu. Kazu flip. Kazu revealed the top card. Oh, it's a Steam Vents. Stays exiled. Bye. And that's a tapped treasure with an untapped treasure. I think right now Twice is cursing at that blind obedience. This is what spite tastes like. Eat it. Here is another land. Spire industry. A lot of spires this game. And a tapped mana crypt. Yeah, if the mana crypt was untapped, you could play Kenrith here. But what a shame. What a shame. That's a whole cycle lost. Kazu has Tainted Pact, or available to him from Sammy, so important. Here's probably Prosper. Yep, here's a Prosper. Prosper tapped. And then Prosper, trigger, end step. I think that's what we're doing here. A mana crypt. Exiled. Alright, Kazu, what's your dirty turn gonna look like? We have to Lotus up. Op Agent Tymna. Op Agent going at Twice, Tymna going at Sammy. Kazu knows I would trade Tymna's with him. Sammy taking the 2, letting Kazu draw 2 cards. Well, letting him draw 1 while Twice lets him draw the other. Ripping 2 cards. What's next? Here's a Scalding Tarn and a pass. Oh, we get to live another cycle. 2 cards in hand from Rebel. Arden still in the command zone. Are you gonna go in for combat and take and draw a card? I think so. I think we need to rip more cards to get more answers. We are tapping 3 mana, City of Brass, dealing another damage. Brina. Interesting. Rebel explaining what Brina does, because nobody knows what Brina does, except for the fact that people just say Brina is bad Tymna, which is wrong. They're different. They're different cards. She's not here for the draws. The draws are nice. She's here to increase your to increase the tempo or your clock. So each turn you potentially might have +8/+8 on your permanents at the investment of 3 mana, while letting your opponents draw. I think at this point it is dangerous to let Kazu draw an extra card, but also letting Twice and Sammy draw an extra card will also help as well under the Deafening Silence. And then being able to grow the board, at least grow that Brina to get like +8/+8 to take out Kazu quicker, I think is important. But we're putting 2 +1/+1 counters on, I think, Brina. Rebel explaining how Brina works again, because nobody knows how Brina works. Just for those curious at home, Brina triggers whenever you attack a player that has more life than another player. So if Rebel somehow another creature here and attack Twice, actually Twice is the only only opponent she can attack at this point to get a card, get to put 2+1/+1 counters. But wait, Kazu's at 33. I don't even know what Brina's doing here. If Rebel attack twice and Sammy, Brina triggers twice. Brina triggers twice, and then you get +4/+4 and draw 2 cards. Same thing for everyone else. So potentially, there's a really high ceiling for you to put like 16 counters onto something. Putting 2 +1/+1 counters on Tymna, interesting. Probably want to make it easier to get through. And that's a pass. I think at this point, we kind of have to work together a little bit. Kazu, I would say, is still in the lead. But who knows, maybe Twice himself has just naturally drawn Thoracle Consult. Rolling for Crypt. Losing it. Everyone's losing Crypts today. Bunch of cards in here. That's 5 or 4? 4 cards, I think. Alright, alright. Do we do monkey business first? I think we monkey business first. I think Twice asking how Brina works again. So at this point, Twice has to attack Sammy, which is unfortunate. To get the draw. But they could politic. They could work together if they want to. Losing the Crypt trigger was pretty crucial. Because now, at this point for Sammy can't get any draws. Unless if Twice somehow gains some life. Having some thinkies here. Cracking one of the treasures. What do we have? What do we have? One treasure. Interesting position to be in right now. Here's a Carpet of Flowers. That's for your non-creature spell for the turn. You're getting, I think, 1 off of the carpet, which is not great. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Here's land for turn. I believe that's a Marsh Flats. Or another fetch land, that's what's important. And then do we play Kenrith here? Move to second main phase. Add a manas. Play your Kenrith. Have 2 mana open. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Is that what we do? Also attacking Monkey. Get another treasure. Some big thinkies here. Yo, it's hard. We don't know what's in his hand, so might not be as clear. Oh, wait. We missed something here. Kazu cast the Tainted Pact in response to the carpet. I see. Or perhaps this is end step. I think this is end step, actually. Yeah, end step. Casting Tainted Pact, going for... Peta's gone, Breach is gone. Oh, I think we're going for the Sushi again. And Naus is gone. We're definitely going for Thoracle now. Grand Abolisher gone. Force of Negation was gone as well. Here's a Pact. Wheel. Sarah Ascendant. Not very useful right now. Maybe useful. Reign of Filth. Mystic Study. Time Twister. I think all the wheels are gone now. No, maybe there's a Wheel of Misfortune. Meme Bet is gone. Calling the Weak. Making sure he didn't accidentally exile his console was exiled. So that means he has his own Tainted Pact, perhaps. Mystical Tutor, Dockside, Rite of Flame, Esper Sentinel. There's the fishy. Yeah, I believe this is end step. Trying to capitalize on twice casting his non-creature for the turn. Yeah, that was end step, so now it's Sammy's turn. Because Kazu took a damage, Sammy can now attack twice. But let's see what he does. Let's see what Sammy wants to do. Can't attack twice to get that extra draw. Big thinkies here. Big thinkies. It's probably their last cycle. Twice holding up a lot of manas, choosing not to play the Kenrith, so there's probably some tricks here. There is an Urborg, so twice could still use that fetch land. I think at this point they're also talking about what Sammy can do. I think Sammy has the choice of trying to play for his own win, trying to go for it here, or set up for a win, or try to oh, Sammy playing the Mana Crypt. Alright, that's his non-creature spell for the turn. Making a treasure? Wow, blind obedience stopping all that stuff. Alright. Moving to end step, I believe. Twice place an Naus. Oh, I think... Actually, I remember what this is. They're moving into combat. And now twice is playing the Naus. Kazu putting the Chain of Vapor onto the Deafening Silence. Does Rebel want to continue the chain? Now the interesting thing here is that Rebel can bounce the opposition agent and open up Sammy to tutor for something, if he has a tutor. I think they're having some thinkies. Talking about what to do. Kazu waving the Chain of Vapor around. Yep, Rebel is sacrificing the Windswept Heath to bounce back the opposition agent. And Kazu does not continue the chain and answers the Naus with a Flusterstorm. What a shame. What a shame. Not enough treasures to pay for it. Now I think they continue to combat. Sammy going with Prosper. And DRC. Nope. Sammy going with what? Sammy having some thinks. DRC and Prosper Come on, tap him sideways. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Sammy, just do it. Just do it, Sammy. DRC flying towards probably twice. I believe Prosper is going one way and the DRC is going the other. Yes. DRC also has Delirium. So Rebel gets the 2 +1/+1 counters. Sammy gets the Brina trigger. The Brina draw. Now we're having some thinkings on what to do. We know Kazu, again, has the Thoracle in hand. We assume he has Tainted Pact. Given the fact that he casually just went past his consult, he has enough mana, 4 mana exactly, to play Thoracle Consult. Twice still has 1 mana open, 1 treasure, and a land, so that could be a swan song to stop the Tainted Pact. 2 mana actually, or 2 cards I mean. Here is a fetch land. We're gonna fetch. He's fetching to see what's in his deck, to see what he can tutor for, because I believe Sammy does have a tutor, and that's what they were conversing about, how to use that tutor. Here's a Badlands. Four mana, 5 mana available. You could do anything. I believe it would be a little difficult, depending on what his tutor is, to try and win past Kazu at instant speed, because unless he has let's see what tutor he has. Here it comes. Scheming Symmetry. I assume you target Rebel. I believe at this point Rebel was the best pick, just because she can find an answer in case we survive the cycle and Kazu doesn't go for it. Rebel can find something like a Torpor Orb to stop the Thoracle. Turbo Orb's exactly 2 mana, and Sammy at this point can find anything he wants. The difficulty is that he only has 4 mana available. Even if he found like an Naus, he can't cast the Naus, and doing that, casting Naus doesn't do anything twice. Going over to play probably Smash or something like that while this is happening. Look at those mechanical moves. Clearly someone who has played Smash quite a bit. Wonder what character he's playing. Here's a Red Blast. Scheming Symmetry, moving to end step. Prosper, exiling the Scheming Symmetry target, which was Red Blast. Red Blast for the fish. Kazu going in for combat. He might as well. Make someone lose a creature. And also get that free draw off of Brina. So he had to hit Sammy, I believe, and Sammy took 2. Kazu then draws another card. Here's a Thoracle going right into that Red Blast. I think we know he has interaction. And there's the Fierce, even before Sammy could take it off of the Prosper. And there's the console. Oh, Tainted Pact. Twice does not have an answer. Oh, he's showing the Mana Vault that was bonked by the Blind Obedience. That's 3-0. Rebel had nothing very useful there. Now we're in game 4. Rebel switching to Tasigur, going first again. Sammy having the gemstone. Kazu having another gem. Wow, everyone has gemstone today. Wow, okay. We're playing something a little bit more interactive in a different way. Instead of playing stacks pieces, this will also play stacks. I know play stacks. But we might have more interaction coming from Tasigur. But I know we kept a meme hand. So Verdant Catacombs into a Bayou. Twice back on Tymna Thrasios as well. So hopefully there's a little bit more interaction in this game. Here's a Bayou. And then what's next? Lotus Petal. Alright. Mana Crypt. That's a turn 1 Tasigur. Do it. You know what must be done. Yes. That is the way. Turn 1 Tasigur. Turn 1 Tasigur, Pasigur. Look at all the work we have to do the same thing as Thrasios. That's the Omni-Man meme. Look at what they have to do to get a fraction of our power. But not a bad start at all. Those cards should be delved away, but another land means that Rebel can start activating Tasigur every cycle. So not bad. Kazu has a Mana Crypt. No, Kazu end step, E-Tutor, Mana Crypt. No interaction anywhere. Then that's a Monkey and also a... Wait, what is that? That's an Esper Sentinel. Ah, I see. Kazu fetching a land with the Windswept Heath and then playing both of those things and passing. Twice over here playing a Birds. Playing a Dork. How dare you? We're not in Dork meta anymore. Can't you see? We're in the age of rocks. Dork pass, Sammy, DRC pass. Not bad at all. Again, Kazu seems like he's in the lead. His Ancient Tomb into Arcane Signet triggering DRC. We gonna keep it? We're surveilling, are we gonna dump it? Or are we gonna keep it? What's the play here? Pretty big thinkies here. Could be a game changer. Who knows? We are going to pitch it. It's a reanimate. Reanimate's not that useful here, I believe. Maybe. Twice is on a Hermit Druid list, so usually you're long dead by the time they drew it, so I think it's fair to ditch the reanimate. There's a Delta, and then what's next? Do you leave mana up for the Tasigur Pasigur? So this list, by the way, this Tasigur list is a special one that we're currently testing. There's a Sylvan library, so want to draw cards, draw more interaction. Passing this cycle. This cycle seems semi-safe to pass. Kazu might have Thoracle Console again, but he does have also potentially 5 mana to add Naus. 3 cards in hand from Rebel. So this Tasigur list has no Thoracle Console combos at all. It relies purely on the idea of trying to win with tempo. Winning with Coma, winning with beats, finding ways to disrupt opponent's tempo, and using Tasigur as a way to break parity. Or at least to neoform into those things. That is a Grim Hireling. Uh-oh. So we're Grim Hireling, LED, cracking LED for Tymna. Oh, wow. This is gonna get really out of control soon. This game can finally answer my long-awaited question. Is Grim Hireling good? I can't tell. When every time I ask, they don't give me a straight answer. He's Kazu swinging both at Sammy, I believe. Exiling a Spire of Industry, making a treasure, then... Oh, also swinging at twice, that makes sense. So, this Grim Hireling creates 4 treasures. Monkey makes 1 treasure, 5 mana right off of this combat. Disgusting. Into a Rhystic Study, 2 treasures up. Okay, I think we know who's in the lead here. No interaction at all from Rebel. Tapping 2 from twice. What is this? Thoracle Console, let's go. Let's get 1. Let's get 1 today. Grim Hireling's kinda good. Kinda good. Put in 4 mana, ramp for 5. Well, actually, broke parity. But still. It's a bad spot to be in for twice now. Because anything twice tries to play, Kazu can just kill it. And that's why Grim Hireling's so good. That's why board control is so good. Having repeatable means to take away people's creatures is actually very relevant. And now that Kazu has control over combat, he can reliably always get more treasures. There's a survival. Survival, drawing, Kazu. 2 cards because of Rhystic and Esper Sentinel. Oh, that's so gross. That's so gross. I think Kazu just LED'd. Let's see how many cards he gets back by the time it's his turn again. I believe he has 4 cards. 3 cards. 2 off Tymna, 1 was Rhystic, then 2 off of twice. 4 manas. I believe this is just gonna be Prosper. 3 manas. Wheel. 3 manas and a land. Prosper. Are we paying for Rhystic Study here? We are paying for Rhystic Study. Someone has a... respects the Rhystic Study. Someone's not greedy here. Good. At least one person is. That's a Urza Saga under the Prosper. Alright. Rebel cracking. The Polluted Delta at the end. Not calling it Polluted Duty. I may be an infant AI, but I have more decorum than that. Alright, what do we get here? UC. Watery Grave. Tapped. Okay. That's a fair play. Kazu could even like kill a Tassiger now with that Grim Hireling. So a really, really bad spot to be in. Prosper can't stick. Nothing can stick. Taking damage from the Mana Crypt. Mana Crypt being very painful today. 3 cards off of Sylvan. I believe you just want to rip all of them at this point. Dig into an answer to stop this madness. I think the only way out here is a Null Rod from that deck. It didn't expect to play against another deck that can control combat this way, so maybe some updates need to be made. But probably just going back to the Reanimator version. Yes. Doing some counting here. Draw 3 and pass. Alright. Alright, draw 3 and pass. What now, Kazu? What can you do now? Did he even take damage from that crypt? I don't think so. Oh, I think he did. I think he took 3. Grim Hireling, Esper Sentinel, Monkey. BlueFarm. Currently 3-0. Can he go 4-0? Here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a crown. Bad news, Bears. So if he goes for combat now, Crom flying at Rebel, Monkey going at twice, and then Tymna and another attacker at Sammy. Oh no, not Sammy. It just doesn't matter actually. It just has to connect. So that's creating 7 treasures, including the Ragavan treasure. Now putting I believe Kazu at 9 treasures. That's so disgusting. 9 mana to play with, and I believe he had 3, then 5 cards in hand, then 6 for the draw, then drawing 2. He has like 8 cards. Full grip, basically. Full grip after like 1 cycle, playing that, cracking for that LED. There's 10 mana, 10 treasures gone, one treasure spent for a gamble. Wonder what this gamble is for, but I think we're donezo again. Unless a Rebel has an answer here. No, playing Sultai Tassiger with no interactions. What a good list, what a good deck, what a good pilot. TNT over here. Thrasios deck, known for interaction. Everyone's like, hey, why don't you just counter the Naus with that Thrasios deck? Where is the counter now? Maybe sometimes players who play these decks just have to keep hands that don't have interaction in them because it develops their board, and also doesn't expect a Grim Hireling to like explode like this. But let's see, maybe Kazu drops the thing he gambles for. So there's 6 cards in hand. Rebel rolling for it. Come on, get it. Get it. Punish him. Divine Retribution. Get him. That's a pact negation protection. I don't think he needs that right now. Maybe he does. Maybe you counter the thing he gambled for. Alright. Removing a bunch of treasures for a PETA. Alright, Sammy, show him. Show us the SWAT. SWAT him. Twice. Passing priority. Sammy passing priority. Bullying the Tasigur deck. Tasigur deck activating. Activating Tasigur. That is not a good sign. There's a land. And here we go, here we go. Boom. Eldritch Evolution. Got him. Eldritch Evolution's the only card in hand. Or only card that can go in hand. And, yeah. Twice showing the dome. This is the okay hand. Sammy, I think, does not have it. Kazu's now counting how many things he has on the battlefield to then figure out how many cards he draws. There might be hope still. Maybe Kazu might whiff. He has I think like 1 or 2 treasures left. His mana crypt is gone. But he still has Crow Mox Diamond, Mana Vault. I don't know. He could just play Breach at this point and call it good. But let's see, look at all those cards. He still might whiff. We've seen it before, I think, in life. This might be the game that PETA whiffs. Show us. Kazu. Whiff. Give us another cycle. Maybe this is super big brain. Twice is waiting for Kazu to get the answer, or he's showing us all his rituals. Cabal, Dark Ritual, what else? Reach, that's not a ritual, but that's Force of Will, Protection. Rain of Filth, Petal, Fish Consult, Intent. Arcane Signet, Mana Vault. Everyone is flipping over cards now, looking for interaction. There's a collector. Oof, what a shame. What a shame that Grim Hireling stopped Twice from being able to oof the table out. What a shame. So that's the games. That's the 4 games we played. BlueFarm is like C on the tier list. Totally mediocre deck. The Stax decks can just crush